we're not. Texas stuff to talk about. Okay. I'm also going to record because I don't trust my things. Alrighty. Let's go to.
How do you even view YouTube Live?
That's a great question. You go and I'll just hand you I'm gonna just paste you a link because that's a question that it says I'm live, but it also doesn't.
Hey, internet.
So
Yo, what up?
knows,
Yo,
man?
Twitch.tv/Bropansky. Twitch.tv/Bropansky.
You are in the
We're coming to you live. This decision was just made. Steven is getting dumped. I'm over it.
Wow.
Whoa.
So many things.
Whoa.
Done with your bullshit.
Wowzers. Okay.
Boom.
Quit her job and her husband on the same day.
Wow. Well,
I've lost everything.
And left the chat. Oh no. Oh, she's back.
I'm here. It's okay. I was just kidding. We can be married.
Your girl's here.
That's
cool.
my girl.
There you go. There's the YouTube link.
Thank you.
So you can watch yourselves. All right. So, as I said, I will not make anybody roll to start today because it has been a busy bit. So
Thanks, Dad.
anytime, son. So you all left where when we started our last session, you were all dead because you had been trying to find the lost what was it? You're trying to find a person who was going to help Perrin, a gnome named Macretus, who you all had heard he was working on something to try and end this eternal winter that had been happening. And so what you all discovered was an empty cabin and a burnt corpse. Upon a little bit of fiddling and investigation, Perrin picked up the device and overloaded it basically with his own magical power and blew you all up. As you all came to, you realized that Perrin had a little friend inside of him who goes by the name of Ronald. And Ronald was basically appeared to be some sort of fire elemental. And with his help, you were able to put the pieces back together and kind of solve the puzzle of the summer star with the watching eye of Macretus over you. As you all kind of figured that out, the device activated, the spell was cast, and the winter was lifted for a bit. And you all heard the voice of Lathander, of the Morning Lord, bring you all back to life at full health, just as you were beforehand. And it appeared that Macretus's spirit had passed on into the afterlife. So as you went outside, you saw that that it was a warm, sunny day, and the next thing you knew, you were under siege by icy, flying, creatures that exploded on their death, and a hooded figure that shot rays of frost. As you fought through, everyone but Rinaldi fell in battle. And Rinaldi found herself trying desperately to keep everybody up, trying to save everyone after clutching out. She met a tall polar werebear named Oyumenartok, who went on to help you all back into the cabin and set you all up for a good night's rest. And we will start with, as you all are sleeping and trying to recover from the rough day you've had, Oyumenartok looks over to Rinaldi, who's also pretty beaten up, but as you're kind of getting the boys settled, she looks to you and says, "So, what brings you all here?"
Can I ask a quick question?
Yes.
Are you gonna rename Macretus because of the
It's actually spelled with an A. It's Macretus.
okay.
Macreadus.
Okay, I want to make sure that he wasn't canceled. We're good.
No, we have not
Carry
canceled
on.
Macretus, though he's gone, and you'll never talk to him again.
So he's kind of canceled.
I mean, he canceled himself.
Yeah.
If
That's the
heaven is
best way
being
to do it,
canceled.
honestly.
Yeah, that's fair. So,
What brings us here? Wow. Are my friends conscious at this point?
no, these three are just PTF.
They out?
Yeah, like they have been out since you brought them up.
For
Like,
an
they were unconscious for a month.
Okay, great. Um, honestly, it's a pretty long story. But the long and short of it is that we were looking for Macretus up here, and one thing led to another, and now it's sunny. So I would love to know if you happen to know what's going on here, if you can provide any context. What brings you here? Is this something you're familiar with?
Oh,
What's going on?
well, I'm a bit of a nomad of these woods, really of all of Icewind Dale. I was a member of a Goliath tribe, but upon receiving my gift of this lycanthropy, I have felt a calling to explore. So I've spent a couple of days here at this cabin, and I did know Macretus. He seemed to be a good man. He had mentioned to me he was working on some sort of device to end the endless winter. And it appears that that must have been what brought his end. As she kind of like references to the charred remains where Macretus was. But it appears, at least for now, it was successful, at least around here. I can tell you, though, the Dale is still frozen over most everywhere else. But he was devout, but not particularly arcanically focused, you could say. So I don't know for sure why this has happened the way it has. And she kind of notices, as she's tending to everyone, she notices a ring on Q's finger. And
She notices it because I'm doing this like Snoop Dogg.
yeah,
Like,
as one does. Is Morgan there still? Or she...
I am.
Oh, okay, you're good.
I'm having some USB issues.
No, you're good. But she you clock that she is looking at the ring. She kind of looks and she says, what happened? Is he with the Arcane Brotherhood?
who's
Oh my
asking?
God.
You're passed out.
Oh,
He's something. Why? Is there something that we need to know about?
Are you familiar with the Arcane Brotherhood?
Well, golly, I sure would love if you would tell me about them.
I don't
What's your
know what
impression?
I don't know what to make you roll for this. Like I don't know if you're trying. I don't know if it's trying to like trick her into telling her you more than you already know, or if you are trying to persuade her to tell you more. So I'll let you decide. You want this persuasion or like deception?
Um,
It's whatever your intentions are.
I mean, I would almost do performance actually, because I'm kind of trying to play dumb so I can hear what she thinks about it.
Awesome. Yeah. Roll performance.
Okay. Did it go? Ooh.
Where did Yeah, she looks at you and she's like, clearly, you must not think that I see much else beyond these woods. But I will tell you for sure, I have seen what the Arcane Brotherhood has done. And I'll be honest with you, I can't say I particularly approve of their methods.
Understand that. Are you still willing to help him?
A man who seems to be trying to end this winter is no one that I would feel comfortable letting die.
Thank you so much.
And you
I
seem to be a
appreciate your
good person.
gratitude. Thanks, I try. I'll tell my mama you said so.
So, unless you have anything else you want to talk to her about, she will let you all go to sleep. And fast forward, we wake up, and as you wake up, you are greeted by as you all wake up, you notice Oyoman Artok is not in the room when you get there, or when you wake up. There is, but it doesn't take much to see and to find that she is outside cooking some fish over a fire.
Wait, are we all awake now?
Yep, you're all awake. You are all awake.
Hello, world!
You can.
I am a Tyrannosaurus. Wait, I was dreaming. I'm sorry.
Ronald is like, you're gonna have to show me one of these Tyrannosauruses.
Oh,
They
dreams.
seem pretty cool.
that was our other adventure.
I was in Cholt before this, so
Perrin in story has been to Cholt.
Is anybody else like really hungry? I'm actually super hungry.
Yes, I am starving.
We really need to. Like, I feel like we need to eat.
I do too, but where's our resident chef?
I don't know.
look over at a wall that's like perfect for like a elephant-sized Kool-Aid man to just like burst through and like start making food.
I don't do that.
You're
Um,
cute.
I'll walk in.
Yeah.
This dude uses the door.
Vom, would you have been up? Would you have probably tried to get up earlier?
No, I'm trying to catch some Z's.
Catch some Z's. Yeah. So you also you with your keen smell would note that there seems to be enough. There's probably enough fish being cooked for all of you. In out on this fire outside. You know, can't say much for the taste of it, but at the very least, it appears that Oyemanartok is trying to prepare some sort of meal for you.
I'm not going to talk to everyone else. I'm just going to like walk outside where the food is.
So y'all heading out there?
Yep.
I would like to go out and offer to help.
Yeah. She's she's almost got everything ready as you come out. She says, "Oh, thank you." We get, and she kind of like starts to hand you like some like they're not like bowls per se, but it's like looks like stripped siding of a tree that she's like scraped off to have as plates. And she says, "I have some berries in the bag over there. You could pull some out and we'll just divvy them out."
Yep.
Question:
I'll do that.
do I have my oat balls still?
Yeah, probably. I mean, how long do you think they last?
No,
Yeah, you
at
probably
least
still
a
have them.
day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you probably still have them.
I'll take the rest of them out and kind of
Yeah, so you guys put together a nice little meal of oats and some some breakfast fish and berries. And at this point, Oyemanartok gets a chance to talk to the rest of you for the first time. She says, "Hello, my name is Oyemanartok. I'm a former member of the Tiger Tribe. I understand you all were working with Macretus. And everybody roll me perception."
Question: do I recognize that tribe?
You would. You 100% would.
Wait, sorry. Do I know like anything about them that is important? Would they recognize my tribe? Maybe not, because it's super small.
Roll me. Well, I'll use that perception check for that.
Okay.
11, 7, 10. What do we get on that check? Mark?
Sorry, I'm opening it.
You good?
No, shit. Oh, doesn't matter.
What was it?
2 14s.
2 14s? Cool. Everyone but Q clocks that it is cold again. And it appears that after about 12 hours, because it appears you've probably been out for a good while now. The spell, whatever had been cast that brought summer back briefly, has either been canceled or has simply run out. But with the other 14, Mark, Vom, you you would know that she probably is aware of your tribe, and she's kind of looking at you because there are not many elephant people that have been a part of the Regeds. So she's kind of like, you see the look on her face of like, are you are you are you that guy?
I am that guy.
So she kind of looks, she goes, oh, I you are Vom, right? Of the, what was your tribe again?
Nah,
I think you were like a mammoth tribe, right?
I think that makes sense.
Yeah, I think you said that. I think they like renamed it for you when you were the hero.
Hell yeah. I'm their god.
I don't know about that. But she looks, she says, oh, do you? She kind of looks around. She like kind of leans over and says, "What? What brings you here with this half elf and this lovely half orc and the Goliath from the Arcane Brotherhood? What? I don't mean to pry, but you all are certainly a motley crew."
Wow. The really tall one that's not an elephant is my boyfie. So I've got that going for me. And the elephant guy is really great at cooking, so I let him follow me around. And I don't really know what the deal is with this small one. But he had this whole like fire guy that was in him, and I thought that was pretty sick, so I let him follow me around too. But it's mostly they're just here with me.
Hold on, real quick. Can I do an audio test real quick? Sorry, I'm doing this like right in the middle
Audio do
because I'm getting weird audio pickup.
It sounds fine.
This is good.
That sounds good.
All right. What about this?
Too much.
It was louder.
All
Yeah,
right.
don't. The gain
good.
should be all the way at the bottom, and you should do everything by position of the mic.
Okay, I fixed it. Thank you. All right. Sorry about that. You all. So she kind of looks at you, and so she finally like looks over to Q, and she clocks the fire comment on Perrin and kind of like gives him a look up and down with her big bear eyes. And she goes, you, what was your name again? Looking at Q.
You can call me Q. Just Q.
Well, Q, I don't mean to be forward, but I understand what that ring on your finger means. What brings the Brotherhood this far north?
A little bit of this, a little bit of that. You know, we're back on our bullshit. You know how it is.
You see, like, you all see, like, visible concern on her face. She's like, what? I have to say, I am confused and frankly a bit concerned. The Brotherhood has not been up here for a very long time, as far as I can remember. I heard stories of the days before the Crystal Shard, but nothing recent. What could bring...
Those are just stories. Arcane Brotherhood's fine. I'm fine. Look at me. Everybody loves me. Everybody loves Q. I'm a nice guy.
And when you say that they're all stories, she looks at Vom, and she looks at Vom's axe, and she says, "That is not a story. I know what that is. The remains of the last time the Arcane Brotherhood truly got involved in Icewind Dale. A Shardlin axe wielded by a member of the Reged tribe is not a fair boding, but I understand what he is looking for. I understand the needs of the tribes. What I don't understand is what the Brotherhood is looking for here."
What do you think they're looking for?
What do you want to roll here? Well, yeah, I want you to roll for something here. I want you to roll for this, but I don't know necessarily what. You know what I mean?
Insight?
Yeah, roll insight.
Oof.
As you say that, you see her brow furrows a bit, and she says, "Well, at the worst, somehow you all are actually responsible for this endless winter. At best, you're trying to fix it, but the greedy nature of the Brotherhood in regards to magic has me concerned. Let me just leave it there. But so far, you have not shown me any reason to distrust you."
I'll give you another reason not to distrust me. If I was a member of, if I was a bad member of the Arcane Brotherhood who was doing bad things with magic, would I have a little guy like this, and my Schwinga pops out and starts doing some dances, starts doing some Fortnite dances, and
Roll me
and then we do back-to-back opposites.
roll me persuasion with advantage, because that's awesome.
Natural 20.
Yeah, she looks at you. She says, "The spirits of the forest would not lie. I am on your side, Q. So, where are you off to now? You all seem to be somehow wrapped up in the affairs of the Frostmaiden, from what I saw of the end of your fight with that Cold Light Walker."
What are we doing?
We have no idea.
Do we have a main quest right now?
No, all you have are side quests.
We literally have no idea what we're doing. We're
as-
lost, guys. No, seriously, we came up here to figure out what Ronald was all about, and he's tagging along for the ride. We don't have anywhere to be at any given time. You know, we could go look for that moose.
You are aware of the White Moose.
Are you? Oh,
So, Arcane Brother, Q, I have a question for you then.
what up?
So, I'll be honest with you. There are many who believe that this eternal winter is in fact due to not the workings of Oral, of the Frostmaiden herself, but actually are somehow the fault the of the Arcane Brotherhood. There's some that believe it's the doings of Valish Gant, that this is somehow his fault, that he has that he has somehow planned this from the inside of Revel's End. But the fact that you're aware of the White Moose means you understand that these frost druids are awakening these beasts on behalf of the maiden. Which
Oh, we've seen the maiden.
you've seen the Frostmaiden.
I think so. Yeah.
Incredible.
We mooned her. I didn't do that.
Ronaldo mooned.
You mooned a god?
Maybe I did.
She looks like just like visibly appalled. She's like floored.
Girl, if you want to see some of it later, let me know. Do anything for a little bit, gold.
You don't know if you can see a blush underneath like white fur, but like maybe. She goes back. So this isn't the Brotherhood's doing then.
Yeah, probably not. But maybe, I don't know.
As you kind of waffle through that answer, she's like, I need you to make me a deception check. Like,
All right, I'm gonna be honest with you.
She's like, what?
All right, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not a member of the Arcane Brotherhood. I got this ring from a dude who was super evil, and you know, I'm just kind of vibing with it, just seeing how people react. It's possible that I got myself into a mess where I didn't realize that the Arcane Brotherhood was disliked by virtually everybody. But I figured, why not have a little bit of fun? That's how Q does, and Q do.
You say this, and she says, your enthusiasm is inspiring, truly.
I'm a complex person.
However, I would caution you to not be brash with flaunting the name of the Arcane Brotherhood.
Come to think of it, I think a guard was about to kill me, or was prepared to at one point.
That sounds possible. There's the last member of the Arcane Brotherhood that I recall being in Icewind Dale is in prison here at Revel's End. Those of you who've been in Icewind Dale for a bit, you can roll me a history check to know if you know what Revel's End is. Vom, you've never heard of it.
No, I've heard of it. I just don't know where it is. Or I have the completely wrong idea of where it is.
So, Vom, your understanding of Revel's End is that it is this mythical place. It's like hell. It's like it is where like evil people go, but it's like a religious understanding of it. Like you understand like there are people in the tribes that talked about this terrible place called Revel's End. And like you understand like that's where people go, they don't come back, but it is like mythical. in its nature. It's like you've heard stories that it was guarded by dragons and storm giants and such. Like it's like you've heard the most terrible things about it.
But I turned to her. Like, prison and rebels in. How? How do you get past the dragons?
She looks, I,
There are dragons? Wait a minute. No. Just kidding, guys. We saw one earlier. It's okay.
Rinaldi, you know this place. You have heard of it. You actually probably met someone who worked here. Revel's
Yeah.
End is a maximum security prison that all of the Sword Coast uses to ship their most dangerous criminals to. It also is one of the last remaining seaports in Icewind Dale that's not totally frozen over.
Cool.
It's like about as far north as you can go. I mean, and you all like you all can see the map right now. Where you are now is right there. You know
Oh, it's
Revel's
like
End.
way.
So you guys are like right at the top of the forest above Lonelywood.
Uh-huh.
You know that Revel's End is right there.
Ugh. Okay.
Let's go.
So as Vom comments on on the dragons, Rinaldi, you clock like, yeah, this is a real place, and like this, whoever has to be here has to truly be like a bad dude. Like you have to do something truly terrible to be up here. It's almost a fate worse than death. Almost.
Great.
So she kind of comments on the what are you talking about, dragons?
I don't. Hold up. How do people get sent here when in other towns they get burnt at the stake for just being shady and giving people quests?
It's giving people quests. What? I know that there are some here in Icewind Dale that take that take things very seriously in terms of their punishment.
Well, yeah. I
and
mean,
judicial
Q
systems.
got his ring. You know, his shady ring from someone who wasn't doing anything. Actually, he was just kind of sending people off to their death because they were
That's
taking
true.
on too tough of a quest. And instead of arresting him or sending him to this place that's so terrible, they just burnt him alive. So, like, I'll say it once and I'll say it again. Are these laws written down anywhere in writing?
Well, will tell you a couple of things in regards to Revel's End. The way that things work, at least in Icewind Dale, is a bit different than how things work throughout the rest of Faerun. We have our own ways of dealing with our problems and the people who cause problems here. But let's just say we are a convenient location to remove undesirables from the rest of society.
No red flags there.
the prison here in Icewind Dale is not run by the people of 10 towns. It's run by the leaders of the major cities of the Sword Coasts. Waterdeep, Baldur's Gate, Neverwinter. They're the ones who run the prison. They send their prisoners here for maximum security isolation. We've only sent one. Only one person actually who committed crimes here in Icewind Dale has ever actually been sent to Revel's End. And let's just say he was very persuasive to avoid such a fate as your friend, or whatever you might call him. Looking down at Q's ring. Well, again, that said, I don't see a reason that you all would end up at the prison there. And Vaelish Gant does not have, in my opinion, much to offer you in that regard. So, I recommend you avoid him and avoid the prison. And you, looking at Q, keep your alleged ties under wraps. I best be going, but if I'm to give you any sort of aid in a direction, she looks back at Vom's axe.
Hardwood.
Huh? Hard word, man.
Sorry.
Three letters.
That's mean.
It's got an X in the middle of it. Like, it's just a lot of vowels. She looks to you and says, where did you get that, sir?
A dead body.
That's a lot of Shardlin, my friend. And I'm sure you're aware of what it can do to the mind, but I will also warn you that Shardlin seems to have had a tendency to go missing these days.
I am aware.
I heard stories in East Haven, Caer Dineval, and Caer Konig that hordes of Shardlin have gone missing. I've done a little bit of looking into it, and I can't say I'm overly confident about it. But deep into the south, near the spine of the world, there's appears to be something happening. And that's where this Shardlin is heading.
Where?
Deep to the south, towards the spine of the world. So we do this.
So still in here.
Yep. And she kind of points out. I think you guys have a map, right?
Hey, yeah.
She points out
Just
to there.
to me, deep south is not.
Deep south of Icewind Dale.
Okay.
Deep to the south of the Dale, in the spine of the world, there's rumors of a Durgar creating a fortress on the surface. And most of you would know a Durgar is a deep dwarf. They live in the Underdark. Basically the space between the surface world and, the abyss. It basically was like surface world, Underdark, abyss, hell.
We've played Skyrim.
Yeah, you get it. So she says, yes, there's the it is very unusual to hear of Durgar on the surface. I fear it bodes poorly. But I'll let you all be on your way. I wish you all the best of luck.
Question.
Yes.
Do you have any tips for fishing?
For fishing? Oh. Well, the biggest trick, and she actually points out, you kind of see, she pulls over to the side, like she's got like 4 or 5 like huge knucklehead trout on a line. And she kind of points to like a spot right behind the eye, like where the eye kind of becomes like the back of the head. She says, the biggest trick once you catch them is to hit them right here. That's what will knock them out. And then you can take care of them. They're feisty.
Are these things big, or are they like
Oh yeah, man. No,
scary?
they're the so here. I can show you a knucklebone trout on here. I know I can. Or sorry, it's a knucklehead trout. It is show to play.
I can Google it.
Here you go. There you go.
It's in Hades.
It is in Hades.
Oh, is it?
Mm-hmm. It's a
I
knucklehead.
don't-
It's a knucklehead.
Yep, they big. They big. You also would all know, like, knucklehead trout, their heads are often used kind of like as an ivory for like scrimshaw, and like you would see like really nice knives and any sort of finery can be done carved out of knucklehead bone. They have like a solid ivory-esque bone across the top of them.
So just to clarify,
Yes.
we're going off of this scale for how big they are.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they big. The big
Okay.
ones are real big.
That's a big boy. That's a real big boy.
Yeah, and she's got like 4 pretty decently sized ones, like strung along a line on her back.
These guys are like tuna.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's huge, by the way. She's a giant werebear.
Mm.
How big is
But I'm
she
still-
in comparison to Vom, though?
She's about she looks to Vom like on level.
Okay.
Would you like to come with us?
She kind of looks at Q and looks around. Says,
Come on.
I feel it best perhaps if I
Come with us.
continue on my way and see where our paths may intersect.
Okay.
Where are you going?
Well, I've got to sell these fish and continue on my way.
It's just that I thought I made a really good first impression, and you seem to like me and my Schwinga, and I thought you'd maybe want to join our party.
I promise Q is not as shady as he's, we just got knocked out, mentally we're recovering in a lot of ways, but he's a lot of fun.
I will tell you, if you want to convince her, it'll be a DC 20 persuasion check. Whoever wants to do it. If you want her to come with you, DC 20.
I still have some venison, right?
Yep.
On my chocobo. I offer her to trade some of that for a.
I did it!
Knucklehead.
I rolled a 25!
Oh my god.
Wait, it's your third one. No, it's no. No, you rolled a 10.
I rolled a 25.
No. No, you don't get to roll it 3 times. You don't get triple advantage.
You weren't paying attention. I was just practicing.
Triples is good. Triples is safe.
Yeah. Third time's the charm.
Okay, Vom.
I don't say anything.
Huh?
I don't say anything.
What?
Are you doing it? Are you trying to get her to come with you though?
No.
Okay. You sure to do it? Awesome.
Wow.
So, but what?
I'm trying to get a really good haggle price on
you want one of those tuna?
yeah, I want like 2 of them for some of this venison. You know?
So she looks to you as you kind of offer venison.
I'm
and
so
she
mad.
looks, you start haggling, and she says, "You seem to be a good person, and I will trade with you in kind, knowing that we can pay this off."
He literally tried to kill us on 2 different battles.
What?
Sorry.
And she pulls back like one big one, and in exchange for like a huge. I mean, because again, like this is probably like a 70-pound fish.
Yeah.
And she says, she takes like a handful of venison, and she hands you the fish. She says, "For the kindness among friends." And she hands you that big fish.
I do that. And stick my hand out, we got a shake on it.
Oh yeah, she shakes. And she looks to you, she says, "You have something good inside of you. I'm happy to have met you, Vom." She kind of lowers her head.
It's the otherworld magic.
So she grabs her venison. She starts to head off. She's heading east, it looks like, from where you all are now. So where would you like to go?
I look at the
Elliot?
group.
Man, that's the longest pause we've ever had with no one having an idea where to go.
I just wanted to keep it going as long as possible.
That was super uncomfortable.
I don't even want to be around anymore.
Do we know where we need to be? Do we have any place that like we should check out?
I
don't know about we. I don't.
I will.
Why don't?
Okay. I look up at the air and you can imagine a thought bubble appearing as I like think about what side quests
Yeah,
we have. What do I see?
You hit tab, and like the menu pops up, and you scroll over to side quests, and you try to figure out which. You scroll over to quests, and you try to figure out which icon is the main quest icon, and which icon are your side quest icons, and it's really hard to tell at this stage.
I think we should just try to complete all the markers on the map, like get all the sight towers, So we should go as far east as possible, just to the coast.
It's a good idea because then
Whatever.
we can fast travel everywhere.
Yeah.
So what you recall are in East Haven, you were asked to go help find these missing sailors. In Bryn Shander, you know that there's a bunch of people. You could probably scrounge up some tasks to do. You would know there's also there's 5 other towns you have not yet been to. Of Caer Konig, Caer Denevel, Goodmead, Dugan's Hole, and Bremen. And beyond that, you also know that there is what you've been told about apparently Chardalyn going missing in the towards the south. And for what it's worth, you also know there's a prison up north.
I don't know. I wasn't paying it. Over the list of fishermen going missing, was that part of your list?
Yep, the
So it's
fishermen went
on-
missing. That was in East Haven.
Okay, so it's like the north side of Lac Dinishir, which we could go to, and then did someone go missing in Kelvin's cairn?
Yes, someone did go missing in Kelvin's cairn. That's also true. Yes, there was an adventuring party that's gone missing in Kelvin's cairn.
Steve,
Where are we?
You are
We're in.
at this
Okay.
blacked out here. Oh wait,
Okay.
I forgot. I did not put this.
I knew you were somewhere in Lonelywood. Why don't we hightail it to Kelvin's cairn, because that is closest, and efficiency and all that. But
Rinaldi, is there a city or something there that we can check out? Just to be safe.
There are no cities in Kelvin's cairn.
There are no cities in Kelvin's cairn.
You are aware things that you would be aware. Roll me a history check, Rinaldi.
Let me tell you what I'm aware of. Barely anything.
A bit. You know some.
10's the night.
All right. It's here. No, wait, wrong one. Here.
I just heard a sound that I don't recognize, and I have no idea where it came from.
Oh, that's good. Wrong thing. You are aware that Kelvin's cairn. That Kelvin's cairn is a pretty dangerous mountain to just climb, but you're also aware that there are some dwarves that do live in it. You might recall that they're probably the dwarves that you all helped at the very, very beginning of our adventure that were being ransacked by goblins. Those dwarves were probably from Kelvin's cairn. So you might know people there, but it's not like a big city, and it's not one that you've ever been to.
Is what's her name gone already?
Yeah, she walked off.
Can I yell for
Sure.
her? I'll do elephant trumpet.
Yep. She comes sauntering back.
One last question. Where are them dwarves at?
The dwarves of Kelvin's cairn?
Ye.
Oh, they're not particularly overly hospitable, but they're around for sure. You just have to head towards the mountain. And
Okay.
yeah, head. The entrance, from my understanding, is through the Dwarven Valley from the south. It's a little bit harder to reach it coming from the north, going south. And she kind of points towards a valley on your map. Would be noted as the Dwarven Valley. She would also note, as you talk about this, she notes, she says, the dwarves are, it is, I will be honest, it is not a massive undertaking. They tend to mine beneath the mountain, but live in places along the valley. There's not many of them, but their halls, from what I've seen, are nice, quaint. they're not necessarily always friendly, but they're at the very least civil. Is there anything else I can help you with, friends?
There is a trumpet for you later.
I will listen for it, my friend. She tromps off again.
Now I really want to climb to the peak of Felon's Carry. Below.
Yeah, like this is like the mountain in Icewind Dale, because like you all can kind of see in like the bottom, like these are like sometimes damn near impassable mountains to like really make your way through. But like this one mountain right in the middle of Icewind Dale is pretty well known to have been like a pretty decent mining spot. It's kind of one of the things that got the town started, like all of the location of 10 towns.
What did?
This like the dwarves came. The dwarves that
Oh,
lived
okay,
here came
okay.
here to mine this mountain.
Okay, that makes sense.
Is that why it's called Dwarven Valley?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Wow.
Elliot.
I did a science.
All right. Everybody roll me a perception check real quick.
A what check?
Perception.
I'm gonna perceive so good.
You didn't.
I'm gonna perceive so bad.
I perceived for you.
I literally perceived good.
All right. So in order, Q, you notice your Chwinga and Louis are they're hanging out. They seem to have really bonded over the death of you and Rinaldi. So they
I
seem
just love them so much.
They just seem to be really good friends. They're hanging out. They're, it looks like they've grabbed a pine cone and are kind of like batting it back and forth, having a good time.
Adorable.
Are they of appropriate sizes for the Schwinga to ride on Louis?
The Schwinga is a little big for Louis.
Okay.
Yeah, unfortunately. Like if Louis stands up on his hind legs, he's still a little bit, just a hair shorter than the Schwinga.
Okay.
Rinaldi, you notice that as Yamanatok has kind of taken off, you do notice that she is heading kind of off towards in the direction of Kelvin's cairn generally, but you can kind of tell like she's got goggles and snowshoes and stuff, like she seems like this is heading out into the open tundra is not something that you would probably have recommended to many people, but you do notice that she has no problems heading that way. Perrin, you notice that as you're looking up, kind of like looking around, and you even kind of hear it in the back of your head from Ronald, and you and Vom actually both catch as the sky clears just for a moment. You see a massive shadow fly overhead, heading from the west to the east.
Did Ho-Ho?
That or a dragon. It looks like a dragon.
Lugia?
Does it look like the dragon we saw earlier?
Yes. And
Take my axe and I chuck it up in the sky. Try to
roll an attack.
Hell duel.
I'm kidding. I don't.
Like, please do. I would love to see how this goes.
I turn to Vom and I see him like his trunk fingers are twitching because he's like he clearly wants to grab something to throw.
I transform into a bird and I start flying after the dragon.
You want to go after the dragon?
Define go after.
Make me just a straight D. Just roll a D20 for me. I rolled for the I rolled a number that you just have to beat to see if you catch up with the dragon. You did not.
I don't think I catch up with the
You did
dragon.
not. And the dragon was going slow. You head up there. What do you see? You roll me a perception check with advantage, just like your regular perception with advantage for being far up. I want to see because we'll see what you can see from up here if you don't see a dragon.
22.
22. You see, well, you do not see the dragon. You do see off in the distance what you could tell as a trajectory, as a direction of where this dragon may have come from. That it came from over towards the sea of moving ice. And specifically, you see something very unusual in that you see over off to the west, you see a ship that appears to be landlocked, as if it was stuck frozen on ice. See, it's like a large galleon.
So it's like super haunted, right?
Or they are trapped.
Oh, okay. Little disappointing. But do we need to go and help these people, or do we continue on our mission?
It's hard. I would say, Q, it's hard to tell whether it is how long this boat has been there, or the state that it's in from here. But you can see that there is a boat over there.
Where on the map would I roughly see this?
Way over, like all the way to the west.
Do that again.
I've added a little pyramid,
Oh, okay.
little diamond marker for you.
The fuck.
That's too far.
Yeah, that'd be.
Are we at the north end of the trees
Yes.
beyond Lonelywood?
Yes.
Okay,
you are.
so
If you want, we
Right.
can you can start heading back towards Lonelywood while you are like talking about all this. While you're trying to decide where to go, unless you.
I thought you were talking about going to Kelvin's Cairn.
You want to go to Kelvin's Cairn?
Well,
And I think it makes sense to go to Tourmaline before that, right? Because we have to go through the valley.
yeah.
If you're trying to
Unless we wanna
if you're trying to go visit
come-
the dwarves, probably.
so I guess
Unless-
let's make a pit stop in Lonelywood on our way to Tourmaline.
Yeah.
We got to stop by and say hi to all our friends.
Oh, we can eat some cookies.
Yeah, you can go get some cookies from your favorite person, Nimsy. Speaker
Nimsy's the best.
We love
Mimsy!
How can you not like Nimsy?
She is a delight, isn't she? So you all head back. You head back through the woods, back to Lonelywood. As you get there, you see, you kind of pop out of the woods, and you kind of like see off down the road. You see the town. You see a couple people going back and forth. It's not a particularly crowded place, but you do you see some action. Do you want to head in, or do you want to keep on heading down?
Ready to keep going.
Gonna keep going.
Does anyone else want to stop in or anything?
I'm happy to keep going.
Yeah, I'm down to keep going.
All right, so you continue on with no great problems or struggle at all to head to Tourmaline.
Brief table talk.
Mm-hmm.
The reason I didn't get the notification about you going live was because, Mike, I subscribed, but I forgot to hit the bell icon.
Isn't that brutal?
Ah. and
hit that
carry
bell.
on.
You gotta hit that bell icon.
That's why they say that. That's why they say that.
That makes sense.
Make sure you
Butters.
smash that like button.
Yeah, that's a great reminder for everybody to just smash.
Wait, can I get it? Can I add a poggers in the chat?
Can
there
we
comments
take a
turned on?
moment to pause this video and thank our sponsors? Today's video brought to you by
NordVPN,
Skillshare.
Skillshare,
Squarespace.
Squarespace. All right.
Squarespace is a
BetterHelp.
great website for building a website, which is,
It's great for me
something-
because I'm a dumb woman who doesn't understand technology. And sometimes you need to make a website even though you're dumb. So that's why I use Squarespace. But don't go with Circle Space. And definitely don't go with Diamond Space.
I actually use Squarespace though.
I
you
don't know
dumb?
anything
Are
about
you a dumb woman?
Squarespace.
Elliot totally uses
I'm
Squarespace.
just
I love
making it
Squarespace.
up.
I'm so stupid.
That makes me happy.
I don't use Squarespace, but if I could get that ad money, then I would take it and I would advertise
And you would lie
Squarespace.
that you would use Squarespace.
Dude, okay, so let me just brief tangent. All right,
We're already on a tangent.
Pod-
Let's go.
podcast ads. Okay, away luggage. Are you familiar with this? Have you heard of this?
Oh my god, no, don't.
I'm just saying.
I've heard about this luggage so much.
I'm just saying.
It's been
all right,
more than 3 years since he bought this luggage.
this is some podcast luggage. If you haven't heard of it, you'll probably
Ugh.
hear about it on a podcast. I'm just and the reason that I fucking know that like they're lying about the products that they advertise is because I bought that shit. Horrible luggage. Don't recommend it. Stay away from away luggage is what I have to say as a guy who travels for work. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay. Do we want to take like a brief break?
I mean, I'm heated thinking about away luggage. So
I wasn't listening
I mean-
because I was reading this thing that Mark sent, so I totally did not know what just got said. Away
don't
luggage.
buy away luggage. Don't do it. It's bad.
Dude, this is expensive.
All right.
They
Oh, wait,
try
no.
to tell you that it's good. It is like the shittiest luggage you'll ever buy.
I feel like when you bought this, you told me how great it was, but then you
Hmm.
never retold your learned opinion about how bad it is.
I don't
I'm
think so.
shocked.
Because I returned it I took it on one trip and I was like, this is fucking garbage. And then I returned it and I got great luggage from Travel Pro, which is a trusted brand that
Yeah,
you should buy all of your luggage from.
Yeah, Travel Pro is great.
Travel
So,
Pro's
just for
very good.
planning sake, just so we know, you guys are heading towards you're going towards Tourmaline and then just peeling out and heading straight over towards Kelvin's Cairn, correct?
Yeah,
That's the plan.
please so.
All right. Real quick, I would like one more perception or survival check as you guys leave Lonelywood and head towards.
It looks like in the stream, the actual roles are not being updated.
Oh, are they not?
That is correct.
Weird. I fixed it. I don't know how.
Did you say perception or survival?
Either.
Either one, whichever one you would like to do.
Hmm.
Q.
I just want to pause and complain. Like, I'm filling out some things to move, get a new apartment,
Yeah.
and I log back in to this thing to apply for another property, and my profile code comes up, and sure enough, there's my social security number, just nice plain text. That of course, they're storing plain text. Whatever, cool.
I'm sorry.
I'm just mad about that.
That reminds me, when I was in college, I worked for this local ISP in Athens. And I could log in and see every single person's password in plain text.
Jesus.
All right.
And they were like, oh, and if they don't know the password, like you can like ask them for a hint and like hopefully, or like you can give them a hint because you fucking know what it is. I'm like, oh, that's not how this should work, but okay.
Vom,
I didn't
can you give me
work that job
perception
very
or
often.
survival? So
Right,
you
I'm
beat 18, basically.
Maybe if I can find this down. Perception?
Perception or survival? All right. Q, you notice there is a little bunny along the side of the road as you guys are leaving the woods, saying that literally looks to you and says, "Man, oh man, jeez, you guys are. I'm glad you guys are leaving. You guys look way too tough. I think this could have been a little. This could have gone a lot better. So, all right, have a good one. See ya."
Is it a bunny?
Yep, little white bunny.
Had we talked to him before?
Mm-mm.
Do you want to come hang out with us? We're going on an adventure.
No. I'm really good. I've got.
I can't take all this rejection tonight.
I've got my crew, and I don't necessarily really.
Oh, you think we're not good enough for you?
Let's just say we don't roll in the same crowds, there, friend.
Turn to Vom. Weren't you looking for rabbit for some stew?
I attacked the bunny.
Roll an attack roll.
An initiation roll?
24.
You trying to kill this rabbit? I'll let you call your shot here. 24, you can call your shot. Are you trying to scare it or are you trying to kill it? It has 1 hit point.
I look over at the group.
You totally just murdered this rabbit.
Can you try and capture this bunny
Oh no.
and have a friend?
Question for the DM. Wouldn't this scare the Schwinga away? Like just killing nature randomly?
No.
Your Schwinga is looking at you confused, but it's not. It also clocked the bunny was being kind of shady.
I'm imagining this whole thing, and I'm just like, I could kill this fucking rabbit if I wanted to, but I'm not actually doing it. I'm just vibing.
So you don't.
JK guys, JK.
I was all in his head. It was just a vision.
That was just a vision. Okay. So this.
It was just like Goliaths are like pretty manly, and I'm just like, I could kill this fucking rabbit, Like
the bunny looks at you. He's like, "Yeah, fucking right, man." And
I'm gonna be the better man here,
and then starts to like hop into the woods.
I'm gonna be the better man.
Did he just like aggressively lunge to like be like fuck you?
Yeah, this rabbit was like basically like as best a rabbit can do of being like it kind of like went, huh? Yeah, that's what I thought.
I cast magic missile.
Yeah. So you're aiming to kill?
Yeah, I'm not happy with this rabbit right now.
Yeah, like as you like let it rip, this bunny like looks, oh fuck, and you just hear like a small like, and the bunny just like lays dead. Yeah, no, it's dead.
Great.
Perrin, what the fuck? Why'd you do that?
I would tuck Louie in like a little extra tighter.
I hold the Schwinger like a baby.
The whale baby.
I
Just a
high
little
five
bit.
Ronald in my head.
Oh God.
Yeah,
She
you,
A lot
he,
to unpack
he
there.
high fives you back. He's like, that little creature was fucking terrible.
It was awful.
At least I only thought about it.
Yeah, but you liked it. I saw you smiling.
No.
True.
No, guys, come on.
I search him.
You're gonna search the bunny.
Yeah.
Give me an investigation roll.
All right.
Doesn't have pockets.
You've never played Skyrim.
I have played Skyrim, but
Uh,
17.
and I'm gonna.
I somehow am rolling with advantage on investigation. How did
I
that
don't know
happen?
how, but you look at this rabbit and you're like, this is really weird. Like you 100%.
I have eyes of minute seeing.
Yeah, you have your thing.
Yeah.
You're looking at this rabbit. You think it's really weird. This rabbit was 100% speaking in common to you. And
Yeah.
with a 17, you probably clocked this probably had some sort of druidic power imbued into it that gave it sentience. And then in the back of
Oh.
your head, you hear Ronald's voice saying, "Where the fuck do you think it was going?"
Whoa. Wait a minute.
As it kind of as Ronald points out, like you feel Ronald points out that you see tracks leading back into the forest.
Guys, we have to check this out.
I use my. I try to track it with survival.
wait.
Mark,
I think I
you're
have
muted
tracking
still.
too.
Or would survival be the check?
Yeah, survival would be to track. Mark, were you saying something?
No, I just said, oh yeah, because like I was gonna say I could smell things, but he's an actual druid, so it was better.
Oh yeah,
Druid things, just druid shit, You know how it is.
21.
Holy shit.
So you follow some tracks back.
We got our main quest, boys.
And
We chasing rabbits.
it's like the
We're gonna end this winter.
So you follow these tracks into the woods, and as you get closer, you notice there are a lot of tracks. With a 21, like you see, like there's a lot of tracks that all start to kind of head one direction, and it's weird because you know how to track things. Like you are experienced with this. You're a man of nature. Several times you feel like as you're going, you feel like you are almost compelled to go a different direction, but no, this is the way I need to follow these tracks. And you even see at some point, you recognize moose footprints in these tracks. And
we follow the moose prints.
That's a great idea. And you come to.
Am I making up that there's like a giant moose that we need to be afraid of?
No, that's a thing.
That is a thing for this. Okay. Are the moose tracks large and in charge, or are they normal sized moose tracks?
They would be what you would consider to be rather large for a moose.
So,
I think we do it.
I think that's a terrible idea, but like if we're doing it, I'm in.
That's exactly the kind of energy I need.
All right, so let's do this. Copy. Let's do this. You guys find yourself upon a place. Ba-ba.
These aren't the woods.
Yo, check this out. I turn into a moose. All right. I turn to a moose. Load me up with explosives. I just kind of chill with the moose leader. Perrin explodes me. Kill the boss. I revert back to my normal form. Easy.
Easy pog.
Is that how that works? If you get exploded as a moose, then you don't die in real life?
I believe that is how it works.
Okay. I'm going to read a
Them's-
thing real quick, and then we're going to kind of let you... I'm going to let you finish. But as you continue, the tracks lead to a large circular indentation in a snowy hillside. Rising from the middle of this circle is a triangular gnomon of beautifully carved crystal that stands about 20 feet tall. A 10-foot high berm hugs the circle's eastern edge as evergreens growing around it and atop of it, sheltering what looks like a sarcophagus buried under snow and enclosed by a half circle of pale crystal pillars. And on the northern side, where you all are approaching from, you see a delicately carved gazebo made of marble. And on the south side, a little bit further away, you see white marble statues atop granite pillars.
This looks like it doesn't belong here. So do you want to blow it up, Q? Maybe. Do we have explosives?
No.
Can I?
You don't have fireball yet, no.
Vom, you can like sense
You are the
danger.
explosive.
I can detect good and evil.
Can you do that?
Can I do that? Yeah, I can.
Yeah.
You do
I
that.
do that.
You get a weird mix of things here. There is both good and evil in this place, as if it was layered. Like its original intentions were good, but there appears to be something about it that is almost as if it's being misused.
I bet you somebody is doing nasty shit to animals to make them evil. He is just possessing them and imbuing them with power. Hence the petulant little rabbit that, if left unkilled, could have turned into another large evil moose. That's my hot take.
Rabbits, yeah.
That's my hot. Well, not actually a moose, but like he would be like a big evil rabbit. Can I run a investigation check just overlooking this area? Like, if I take us to, like, can I take a?
Is it dark?
It's the woods are pretty thick here, and it is getting you're in. You remember the
There's a
lighting
fire.
here is kind of weird. That like there's only a few hours of like true daytime because you're so far north. So you're at kind of like a weird dusk. So your vision is a little bit limited.
Well, I'm pretty sure if I can find it that I have dark vision.
Yeah.
So, what I can see on my screen right now is literally just black. Is that accurate?
Let me fix that. Then.
He's got the shadow on.
No, I
We'd
don't
have
have.
to-
I don't even have that.
Okay, well let me.
It's like
fix ya.
100%.
Let me fix ya. Vision.
Yeah, it was black
Yeah,
for
you're
me
good.
too.
Yeah, I can see in darkness up to 60 feet.
All right. Let me just give everybody the dark vision stat.
Nice. Okay.
You all have that, right?
Yeah. What, the dark vision?
Yeah. Q, you have.
I think that might just be me because I'm a half orc, but I don't know.
I think
I have
it.
I have it as well. Or wait,
I think you do. Because you're a half elf.
yeah, I do.
I have a trunk. Does that help?
It'll help you a little bit here. It's
Can
not
am I allowed to just? We're not doing initiative or anything, so can I just walk around?
Yeah, you can take a look around.
I go up these steps, and I come to this table.
I'll point you. So you do pass this like big elaborate gazebo like right here. If you wanted to check that.
Oh, it's a gazebo. It just looks like a pedestal with a fire on
it
it.
just doesn't show you the roof. because you head down view. Yeah, no, that's
Oh.
a gazebo.
Oh, well, I'm interested in this table.
All right, this
Which-
table is a thing that I will tell you about right now.
Can I investigate it, or do you?
Yeah, atop of the Eastern Burn, you just get this for free. This is free service.
Wow.
Atop of the here, you know what? We're gonna do this real quick. We're gonna go to this, and oh, look at that. The stream now gets to see everything too. That's so nice, so pleasant. So you see atop the Eastern Burn a granite sarcophagus. It rests on a half circle defined by 5 crystal pillars. As you kind of clear off the snow of the lid, it reveals an engraving of a brazier. You also notice a carving near the top of each pillar. From north to south of these pillars that you're looking at, the images depict a twig, a pine cone, a flame, a feather, and a hand.
Okay.
Say the 5 things again.
A twig, a pine cone, a flame, a feather, and a hand.
They're like divots to put them in, or are they just glyphs?
You don't see. So you don't see an actual like brazier that you would put them in. You just see they're like glyphs. Roll me an investigation check. 16.
Okay.
As you kind of look around, you look towards the gazebo, and you notice a brazier.
Oh, I walk to the gazebo. I am at the gazebo.
In the middle of this gazebo sits an unlit stone brazier. It's a bowl about 20 inches in diameter. Currently, it is full of snow and pine needles that the winds have swept away from the gazebo's polished marble floor.
Hmm. Well, I don't really want to sacrifice my hand in this, but do we think we should find, like, does it make sense to try to find the other objects? Because I can light it on fire, and see what it does. Or do you guys think that's a dumb idea and nothing will happen?
I think something will happen. It's just a matter of, are we prepared for that?
Can I roll an Arcana check?
Absolutely. You know what? So is all right. 18. You are 100% positive something's going to happen when you do this. But you also are aware that you probably are going to need, if your intuition is correct, you're probably going to need every piece of this.
Right.
And you hear in the back of your head, you hear Ronald saying, "So where the fuck are you going to find a hand?"
Yeah. I don't really want to get rid of my hand. I need them. I'm gonna assume
in your head you feel Ronald. You actually in your own hand. You remember that you felt that like burning sensation. You feel Ronald kind of just go, "Couldn't be that bad."
Yeah, I'm not trying to pull a Luke Skywalker in Icewind Dale.
Question: do you talk to him like in your head, or do you talk out loud?
Out loud.
He talks out
Okay.
loud. You don't hear him. You don't hear Ronald though.
No, but oh wait, no, you went over there. I thought we were up here.
We were, but I walked all the way over. I did the investigation here, and then went to the gazebo and then rolled Arcana.
Mhm.
And we would have to throw everything in this bowl to then light it on fire to then have something happen. And I really want to see something happen, but we can't. There's no way we're going to be able to get a hand because we can get the twig, the pine cone, the fire, and what were the other two?
The feather and the twig, feather, pine cone.
Feather. Yeah. So we would need feather and a hand.
And you're confident you could find all of those around here easily.
Except for the hand.
I think there are 8 hands that are at your disposal here
Uh,
on a
none-
technical level.
No one
Let's-
wants to put their hand in
No.
that bowl when it's on fire.
Let's
No,
just go find
I
a hand.
agree.
You just
We
want
can
to find a
probably
hand?
find a dead guy somewhere. Yeah.
Also, like, there's the charred body of that one guy, right? I guess it's a Skeletor hand now.
But it would still be a hand.
Roll me insight, or just like straight wisdom.
Hmm.
I didn't realize there was a straight wisdom perk and a gay wisdom perk.
We're inclusive here.
Oh my god.
You walked into that one, Mike.
I hated that.
Straight wisdom.
8. I mean, yeah, he probably had hands. Yeah, you recall him being of the type of person that probably had hands at some point in time, yes.
Do we want to see if there's any bodies around here?
Yeah, let's go find
First?
some people.
We're here. Well, yeah, I mean, we're here. We might as well. This seems like a very sacrificial.
Well, as you kind of walk around, so you get to
Hold up. I want to investigate this thing here
in the middle.
on the on the ground. I'm
Okay.
on the ground, and
Right
then
here.
there's this like yeah. What is that?
Okay, that is it's a statue. All right. So you notice these are statues of elves. It's made out of white marble. It depicts a slender robed figure, and the engravings on the faces are relatively worn away, but you do notice that these are some sort of elvish being.
Okay.
I would say, roll me history real quick. See what you know. The ears are pretty long, and it's possible that these could be drow.
Okay. All right. Does anyone else want to join us over here? Me and Vom are just trying to chill.
Hey, Rinaldi and Q, what are you guys looking around for right now?
Oh, we've been making out in the corner. Sorry. All right, so we got this Drow Elf statue over yonder. Q, where are you?
Wait, where are you?
I'm in the middle here, so I'm seeing this moon
Sorry.
cycle situation and then like a wall.
Yeah,
I would like to know what that is.
Yeah.
A sundial.
Is it a sundial?
It's a moon dial.
It is a moon dial rising from the center of this circular depression in the land. Is a tall triangular crystal gnomon, a device that one typically finds in the middle of a sundial. It's thick at its base and narrows to a sharp point at the top. The snow around the gnomon seems to have melted away, actually revealing a circle of symbols carved into the stone around it. The symbols depict the phases of the moon, suggesting that the circular depression is not a sundial, but a moon dial. Something you also would note has punched a rough hole in the wall in the northwest edge of the depression, creating a dark opening that leads under the hill.
I go that way.
So as you head in
Ooh. Hang on. There's like a lot of statues over here. Are these all the same like Drow elves
here,
or
yes,
okay.
what you notice there is that they are lined up in a line, very particularly arranged.
Yes.
All
I
right.
did notice that.
To those of you that are scurrying about the inside, I need
Oh, you had your headphones on.
I need you to chill for a moment.
Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. As you come in, you hear. Let me make sure I'm doing the right direction.
Papa Brocklebank.
Hey, I'm here.
So you,
Going on? We're going up?
No.
Are you Papa Brocklebank?
No.
All right.
Call me Elliot.
As
Mr.
you
Brocklebank is my
come
father.
in, you take a look and you see a spacious chamber as you kind of crawl through. That as you walk around, you see the sleeping form of of several small animals. You see foxes, hares, goats, owls, wolf pups, and even young bear cubs. They're all sleeping peacefully in this room as you walk in. Go ahead.
Okay, sorry, go ahead.
As you look around, you also notice, though, that there is another large creature in this room.
What is it?
Is it the moose?
That is a moose.
And it is a massive.
An awakened white moose.
It is a massive moose that you see blood smeared across its face, across its hooves, and dripping off of its antlers. And, yes, sir.
2 questions. One, am I able to transform into a moose?
You may.
Or is that too high level?
Let me double check that.
And 2, can I transform into a moose before the moose necessarily sees me?
I would want you to roll a stealth check, and yes, you can turn into a moose, I believe, because you can do 1/2 CR, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so you can do a moose. Say the moose you can turn into is a slightly less buff moose than this moose.
Okay.
6.
How does the Okay, well, how does the moose compare to a bear? Because if the stealth check doesn't work, then we'll just turn to
a bear.
The bear.
The bears.
The bear.
Mooses are smaller, right?
I'm gonna send you a little thing. With
Mooses are giant.
They
Meese.
are. They are.
I know, but bears are also very large, aren't they?
Moose are
Moose are like fucking
they're fucked up.
gigantic.
They should not be as big as they are.
I'm saying
They're like the size of a fucking house.
okay, maybe not a house, but like they're as big as an SUV.
Yeah.
A big moose is the size of an SUV, and I would note that this moose is the approximate size and heft of a minivan. It is large.
Is it sleeping?
No, it sees you. Let's roll initiative. Before we do that, I do want to just double check time because I know it's 11:15, and we normally are done around now. So I'm okay with us starting our next time being here. But I know we've just kind of like taken a lot of time to get to here. That's fine. Whatever you guys want to do.
I will say if we honestly like battle through this, then I'm totally down to fight through it. But I also am also down to stop.
See, my thing with like starting combat now is shit like this can go on. Like we only see the moose right now, right? I don't know what else is there, and I don't want spoilers either if it's not going to be quick. But
I mean,
I think this would be a great spot to come back to, personally.
Love
Yeah,
it.
I agree.
So you guys are all staring down a moose who's, you see, you know, the frosty air is, you know, steam kind of coming out of its nostrils, and as it stands up, you kind of hear the yipping and hollering of all these small creatures rustling past you as they run out. They're running away.
Solid.
All right. And we will call it there.
Wow, GG.
We did it, guys.
I so pale. Look at me.